Well, everybody, welcome. You're in the right room if you're here to discuss how African values can inform and influence the direction of responsible artificial intelligence. We'll start with introductions. And my colleague in the corner, please be the first to go ahead.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm the one standing up. My name is Isa. I do not seem it, but I'm from Tanzania. A mashup of a lot of countries heritage-wise. Parents Tanzanian, Kenyan. I was born in Botswana, so African by history, I guess. So my background, I manage a community in Tanzania called the Tanzania AI Lab and Community. We keep things simple there. I'm one of the program facilitators for Alliance for AI's Future Maker program, and we've done a lot of work in advocacy, supporting development of curriculums, some policy work, and a lot of capacity building work.
Fantastic.
Pleasure to meet all of you today.
All right. Well, and myself, Alexander Sado is my name. I am Nigerian, but I'm as Pan-African as they come. I've spent a lot of time traveling to different African countries every year. I right now live in the US, in California. And what else is there to share? Well, from 2015 to 2020, I spent that time being an advocate, a global advocate for the adoption of artificial intelligence across the world. And since this was while I was at NVIDIA. It's a California company that builds those fast GPUs. Any gamers here know about NVIDIA? Yes? Some? Wonderful. I didn't beg you for a gamer. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And then from 2020 to now, I spent the rest of the time trying to ensure that Africa doesn't get left behind, because it kind of is. And there's other parts of the world who are in the same space when you speak about artificial intelligence. Honestly, the last 5 years have been an explosion in the movement of artificial intelligence into the public arena. People are finally starting to learn about how artificial intelligence is a tool, but how that tool is infused in so many parts of our lives, even when we're not aware of it. Some of it is really good, of course, like going to Google to ask questions or using ChatGPT, which most of you are now very familiar with, or even getting recommendations on the next beautiful bag to buy, right? Good use cases of artificial intelligence. But at the same time, some use cases are, for lack of a better term, pretty harmful, right? From tools that are AI hiring tools that decide that a woman, I see there's majority of women in this room, this is incredible. Well, can we do a round of applause for that? I was hoping to get 50%. I think we got 70%, 80% women. This is awesome. Yes. There are AI tools that have been built for hiring that decide that women should not be hired as engineers. There are AI tools that are being used by police people that decide that every black person they see is a criminal. So these are harmful uses of artificial intelligence that have left people around the entire world, especially Africans, skeptical, scared, and not wanting to adopt artificial intelligence. So today, we have an opportunity, all of us in this room, to redesign artificial intelligence in the image of African values, right? We design AI in a way that we are comfortable and hopeful to use it, so it can design a future for our children. I think of AI as a child right now. It's very early, and it has parents who are teaching it. I think those parents are not necessarily teaching it correctly, and since we Africans pride ourselves as being parents and raising people as a village, can we now give our gifts to the world as teaching the world how to be better parents to AI? That's what I'm hoping we can do in this room. So are you guys ready to do that?
Yes.
Amazing. So today, there will be prompt questions on the screen. What we do at Alliance for AI Future Makers program is we equip students in universities to form AI clubs or leadership clubs, really, where every 2 weeks they meet and they discuss topics, like the topic we're discussing today, that don't get taught in their schools. They don't need an expert. They don't need a savior. They just need themselves. The way we've designed the program is we split people into groups of 8. This is pretty much, it's bigger than 8. It feels like close to 15. You guys are a group. Get comfortable. You spend a lot of time with each other very soon. You guys are a group, and I was gonna make you guys a group. We'll see how we make that work. We split them into groups. We share with them 3 to 4 questions that they will discuss amongst themselves for. That's a big group. Okay. They'll discuss amongst them because of the time constraints today. We're thinking for each question, we'll do 5 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, it will probably not have everybody speaking. Probably after the first 3 comments, we can pause it, and then somebody from the group will share what has been said by the group. Please try to keep the comments to 1 minute, right? Not the very long. And that way, with that, we would have gone through about 3 very powerful questions. From that, we'll have a summary where we'll come out today with principles, with African values and principles, frameworks, and guidelines on how we might be able to share with the rest of the world on what they can do in artificial intelligence. So I'm glad you guys are bought in. Let's do it. The first question that has been sitting on the screen already, it says that within your groups, you would name 3 to 5 values that inform the way AI is built today. All right. Essa would help us time this and give us a nudge when it's time to pause. This is a new space for me. So the first we'll try the first time and see how it goes, where you guys are able to communicate with yourselves. And it's a small room. I hope the discussion from here doesn't affect the one from there. But let's give it a shot. Can we? Question or suggestion?
Question. Is this meant to be the way it's actually built today, or the way we'd like to see it being built?
The way it's built today. How do you see it being built today? So please, your 5 minutes is kind of starting. It's probably better if you guys stand so you could turn around and face each other and talk.
5 minutes, maybe those at the front rows, if you'd be willing to switch around.
Switching the chairs will be tough. If they stand up, are you guys okay standing up? It makes it also more mobile, yeah, right? Because
what is a value?
What is a value?
Yeah.
Are you looking at me? I'm not a wise person.
It's just that you're assuming we know what a value is.
Interesting.
We don't know what a value is.
Who's got it pulled up? You've got it?
What we all think a value is.
The most common one in terms of even African value. Value, the way I understand it, is a set of beliefs that govern how people operate. And the biggest one everybody talks about in Africa is Ubuntu. I imagine you've heard that word many times. Ubuntu. So like Ubuntu, so I've taken that off the table. You now have to go up. Well, oh, no. Oh, you know what? That's African values. This, in fact, is speaking about AI today. When you think about AI tools today, what AI tools do you know? You know Google. You know ChatGPT. What other AI tools? You know Alexa. Right?
Yeah.
What do you think they are trying to achieve?
I think they're trying to make life easier. In every aspect, that's what they're trying to do.
So now, so that is a good example of what it could look like. So maybe you should make the first comment amongst your group. So please.
What we can do to keep things interesting, we will let you define what you want value to mean within your group.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We can leave that up for interpretation, and if you feel that you've taken a different approach to what value might mean, you can give us a little preamble of what approach you've taken to value. Does that sound good?
Fantastic. All right.
Okay. So we'll start your time.
Yes. Are people ready to stand up? I sense some hesitation. Is share a 30-second summary of what was discussed in your group.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Ashley Ogonda. So in our group, we came up with these as the main values that we picked up as to how AI is built today. So we've got accessibility for the purpose of convenience, for making life easier, for reliability, efficiency, ubiquity as well. It's a nice little word. And for the return of investment and obviously for profit as well. But we also did come up with some things that we considered as problematic values, the best way that I could put that. That is profit over people and also trust as a value as well. Yeah, we did have, okay.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you are you guys happy with what she just said? It's a cheat code. She cannot do the next one. She works with the BBC, so she does a. Do you guys have a CNN person here? All right, who got the sticky? Here we go.
We're not in that group though.
Oh, from this group. Oh, you guys play it too. Okay, so who is gonna?
We can see it.
Yeah, because we're pretty sure we came up with the same ideas.
All right.
Hi everyone, my name is Tess Wandia. So it's very similar to what that group was saying. Accessibility, trying to be more efficient, where you can have synthesis of all information on one platform. We also came up with a word around capitalism, also very profit-centric, quantity over quality. So in this analysis, there is both negatives and positives, depending on how you see it, but a general summary of the values we came up with.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Yes. I actually had the homework of writing what you were saying down, but you guys took the homework seriously. You wrote too many words. So I can't write down. Do you guys want to share more? Are there new things you want to add? Very similar? Very similar, very similar. Is there a piece you want to add to it?
Hi everyone, my name is Kito Shilongo. We have a very unique value that someone had an opinion that AI doesn't have any values. We accept every opinion. But it's also very similar to what everyone has said. Economic gains, so valuing like economic growth, efficiency at any cost. We tried not to have judgments on them, so expansion, so growth for the sake of growth. And then also like this unchallenged or uncritical value of transformation, like that AI is transformative at any given point. So yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much. All right. And is there a piece to add to that? Who got the sticky? Yeah? All right. She's ready to share.
No, I can share one that's not been said, but it tends to be very similar. But the main one for us, rather for me, was exploitative, just because of the people who train AI tend to be from the global south and no contracts are given to them. They tend to not have like employment benefits. There's a lot of images and like training AI, you see everything and a lot of very rough images, but like not much support is given onto them. And the people who tend to lead the AI talks and spaces tend to be termed as like young billionaires and the likes, but the people who tend to train the AI staff tend to be very exploited, essentially. So for me, I term one value as exploitative.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so very much. Really appreciated that from the room. You want to add one piece?
I'll just add one piece quickly. So we had a lot of the shared values, and I came in late, but I think so. I'm Lisa. I'm with the Data Futures Lab at Mozilla Foundation, and when I came into the conversation, we were talking about Uber, extractive, capitalistic, all of these things, and I just want to throw an alternative example in the room as kind of something inspiring or as hope. Is one of the grantees that Data Futures Lab had last year was called the Drivers Co-op, which is a cooperatively run ride app. And instead of optimizing their algorithm for profit maximization, as most ride apps that we know do, they optimize their algorithm for a collective like maximized wage of the workers. So like, and for us, we're so default, like we have this default of like capitalism, profit maximization. And even for us as a team, it was like a light bulb of like, oh, you can optimize to other ends.
Exactly.
So
that's where we're going today. At the end of today, I hope we realize at least 5 values that we can build around. That's one of them. So fantastic. Well, now you know how the process works. The first time we did it, it was a bit slow. Now we'll do it very quick. Next one, perfect. This is the question. Describe 3 to 5 key African values that you know. I'm wanting this to happen because we typically don't talk about these. You would assume people know what they are, but I think most people don't know what they are. So this is the test. Let's try it out. So please, let's do some more yoga. Or maybe someone can describe Ubuntu if necessary.
We talked about heritage and culture, preserving our norms and culture. And then we debated about spirituality, the sense of higher being. And then, of course, we talked about community.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you very much. Cool. From this group, thank you.
You again. So one that hasn't been repeated is around identity. So language, culture, heritage, all comes into that. Community was a big one for us. Love, honesty, care. There's also harmony, which includes peace and mediation. And because I didn't get to contribute, I think generosity. And to me, this one around like even food, welcoming people into your home is like you break bread and that's like whatever we got, we're going to share it. So that's a big one for me.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Round of applause. All right.
Then resilience. There's a lot of resilience in the African culture, and you see it. We really carry that as a value. We are very black don't crack, and there's one more that is very interesting about being a patriarchal society as a value. But then we all decided that the men say things everywhere, but the women get things done in an African community.
I am excited to hear the solutions you guys have come up with as we're building from the African point of view, building AI in our own likeness. Let us start with the middle of the house this time. So, who wants to speak? Is this you? Okay.
So we have a bit of a break-off group over here, which is 4 people now, and we've really just been sharing things that we see. One is the fact that along the coast, people have a culture of just making enough. So you might go to a shopkeeper and try to buy their entire stock, and they'll tell you, no, you can't buy all of it because they have customers who come to buy from them, which is very anti-capitalism because somebody else would say, take all of it and I restock and then I make more than I would. We've also spoken about, building off on Lisa's comment about the ride-sharing app where they optimize for everybody getting maximum value. I live in a rural town called Kilifi, and Uber is there, but there's never any riders on the app. So I can't get a trip. But then there are like boda bodas and tuk-tuks everywhere. And on the app, they have Uber tuk-tuk, Uber boda boda, there's just never any riders. You find that people congregate around like the supermarket or the schools when it's time for kids to come out because that's how they access markets, right? But this is exactly what technology solves. So in thinking about that, we would build an app that gives these riders steady income, but then they would define what is enough for them because clearly for them capitalism is not a value. They're not trying to get rich, they're just trying to get enough and close for the day and go and relax.
Very cool.
So yeah,
very cool this is amazing.
Language solutions that are inclusive, that celebrates our Africanness and also for people who are differently abled. And lastly, AI that maps climate changes and creating solutions around that.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Okay.
So we have one whereby if we have AI that picks up vibe, I don't know if I'm getting it. Yeah, so that if you can pick my vibe and then guide me, and this is how your people used to handle like conflict, like yes, like something like Spotify then gives you a rap at the end of the year.
Yeah, let's see. We might go
Alrighty.
slightly over.
We might, but we'll try to
Apologize.
keep it brief.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we talked about is, so it's not so much the solutions as much as how we're building the next round of solutions or rebuilding the solutions that exist. Because one of the things we were talking about is just, okay, what is missing from the current solutions? How is Africa not well represented? And what would have to be true for us to trust giving some of these models enough data to even then have the types of outputs that would make Africa feel included, or different cultures different cultures on the continent feel included in how these tools are built. So like, who has to be the builder? What's the source of the data set? What's the transparency behind that data set and how it's built? And so we talked a bit more about how these solutions are going to be built going forward, more so than what.
Amazing. Okay.
So we're continuing to still fight and push for the betterment of life for people everywhere. Obviously, people from Africa as well. So they wanted to send videos, but they wanted to join live. It was too early. She actually recorded a video like 1:47 a.m. She woke up and recorded a video for you guys. But it has refused to upload. It hasn't come. So when it does, we'll post it on our page and you can listen to it. But she had a message for the group on African values and how at least she thinks, technology should be used. AI, blockchain, there's so many of them, cybersecurity, and how we can think about that. Because business didn't load, we found an alternative video on the internet, which there's no time to watch now, so we'll just post it later. But the little summary after that is, I'm sure it's that later. I hope it doesn't. Let's see. I'm on your side. I'm trying to get you to let's put outside. So, you guys, there's so many notes here. You should take pictures of those. I really urge you to post it online. From our end, the notes that we have taken on today's solutions are, some of the use cases, it's like recommending the next movie or thing that you should purchase, right? That's really around entertainment. Entertainment has been prioritized. I really hate this one. Robots that take away cleaning jobs, right? The trend there is just an obsession around building robots that do things that humans do. Is that what you choose to stop? There's so much you can do with AI, but everybody wants to build robots that take away cleaning jobs. And the last one is automating stock market trading. To be fair, I love the stock market. I trade all the time. I don't want to use that too. But yes, that's around the profit maximization theme that you guys talked about earlier. On the other blockhead, what we've found some solutions. We've seen pieces where it's on the internet, so our elders can understand. You guys talked about elders. I think Kate over there is doing something around it, so I'm glad that you're doing that. Please, can we give a round of applause? I'm happy to see that's happening. Trying to translate the internet to African languages so our people can really understand it. And the last one here is building AI tutors that can, for education, AI for education, so our youth can build the future that we want. That's what I obsess about, that's what I build. We're trying to build AI teachers that will support teachers. And so with that, the final piece is, please, we're looking for partners. So there's if you can take a picture of this page so that you can go to that link, allianceforai.org/partner. There are about 6 ways to partner, so you can select what you want and fill out the form if you're interested in doing any of this, right? From writing blogs and articles, you can host some learning webinars if you have expertise you want to teach the youth. The people in our program, they range from age 16 to, there's no as old as they want, until 93. Yes. Well, yeah, from there to 93. So you can host a learning webinar if you want. Then you can start an AI club or sponsor an AI club in a place that you're interested in, right? So we're looking for those partners. And the final page here, I think, has a link to, so Alliance for AI anywhere. Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. You can follow us anywhere. We ask that you please add that hashtag, Alliance for AI_learning. That way, we'll actually find it. So some notes you've taken, even though, not many people are proud of their writing, but that's fine still. It adds to the art of it. Please post pictures of those notes, tag us, and
keep building the future. Thank you.